teeth on Slim Dusty music.
Oh, I got it flogged in. But there's another one with Slim Dusty. I got it flogged into me from a little fella because Mum grew up with Slim and Geordie, and I guess on the trips into town, into Kempsey, I'd be in the back seat of the old custom line or the old T-model Ford singing Slim Dusty music. But yeah, and it's all just come from there, and you know, I love Tex Morton, Buddy Williams, Gordon Parsons, just to name a few, and Jimmy Rogers, and all the hillbilly stuff, as I like to call it. That's what we were brought up with.
Yeah, the ballads.
And the ballads, yeah, but I do a bit of the other stuff as well. But I cut my teeth on Tex and Slim and.
Yeah, I couldn't get over how we'd go into one auditorium and everybody would be singing their ballads, which was great, and then you'd go into the dancing where they dance, and they'd be like they were transformed into another era. It would be, you know, and it was great to hear the artists that were so versatile and could just switch from one style of music to another. It was just wonderful, because I'd never been to Ballarat before, and the venue and everything was just lovely.
And you enjoyed it immensely?
I did, yes, it was wonderful.
We did too, as from the artist's point of view, and it's a lovely venue, that, all undercover, and I think it was the organisers were saying it's one of the biggest that they've had in the May, so it was really, really great.
Yeah,
you know.
Some lovely artists there, and they're also friendly. They're all willing to sit and talk to you for a few minutes. Absolutely,
and no, and it's good to come back down into Ballarat and to see all our friends down here.
Yeah.
We're really looking forward to catching up on Friday.
Yes, it'll be wonderful.
Yes.
And how did you first start your career as a singer? Was it always in your mind that that's what you would like to do, or did it come on gradually, or how did you first start? Well,
because when we were kids, and we only had the radio up there, the battery radio, and we had to, after tea, Mum had a grand piano, and she used to play the accordion, and after tea we'd have to sit around and sing, and you know, and
sounds great.
Yeah, and if you didn't sing, it was bedtime. So I love singing, and anyhow, and then later on I got into the guitar and got singing, and I couldn't get things happening there, so a gentleman down in Kempsey showed me a little bit, and it kind of went from there. I'm also self-taught from singing right through to my guitar playing. I only played by ear like my mother, and so all the notes are on that fretboard. It's just a matter of finding them. And but yeah, and then we moved up into Queensland, and I got into the festival scene up there, and Barry Thornton was one of the judges. And then I had the opportunity to go on to Bert Newton's New Faces down in Melbourne, so as yodeling Pete Smith from Queensland, and I did, and my judges were Ann Kirkpatrick, Tommy Emanuel and Slim Dusty in the green room. Well, my kneecaps were knocking then, and I think they were still knocking a month later. But and that was a really, really big thing for me, and the following year I went to Tamworth, and so many people just knew me from all over Australia, and I've been singing all those years since I suppose I was about 8, 9. We're taking it up full time now. My wife and myself, Sandra, we're on the road full time and living the dream, as they say.
And Sandy, I'll just talk to you for a moment. How do you get on living in a caravan? Like as far as washing and ironing all Pete's shirts that I'm sure he has to have a lot of.
Oh, well, I'm spoilt. We did have a bus before we got the caravan. We had a Mercedes bus. I think it was 40 foot long, wasn't it?
Yeah, 40 foot.
And that was really great travelling, because in there I could go back and buckle myself around like the table, and I would do some, because I'm an artist, and I'd do some painting while we were travelling. And then Pete with his bright idea saying, oh, I'll just put the bus on Gumtree and see if we get any bites. Well, we got bites all right. We sold the bus. Second day we were home from our last tour, and then we had a northern run to do, and I said to Peter, now what are we going to do? And he said, well, I'll have to find something. So now we're in a 30-foot caravan, and it gets pulled by a F-Truck 250, which is really comfortable. I love it. It's probably more comfortable than travelling on the bus. But in that caravan, Marlene, I have everything that shuts and opens.
Oh, home away from home.
Yes, I have a wine fridge, which I don't use, just full of water, and a washing machine and a dryer. So it makes my life a little bit easier travelling and ironing the clothes. And it's a bit of a job to get ourselves ready for all our different shows, but we enjoy it. Yeah, and we're loving it because not only is the travelling, it's meeting people like yourselves. We meet so many beautiful people while we're travelling, and out of that, as you know, even going to country music festivals, you form a lot of friendships. So it's a lovely lifestyle.
Because I guess, Marlene, we're probably on the road to 10.5 to 11 months of the year, so we need something rather big. We've got to have some comforts from home, and when we're on the road, that is our home, you know, until we get home. Last time we got home, we had a plague of mice in the house and stoned the crows. We burnt the washing machine out, washing everything, but no, we enjoy meeting people and getting out and entertaining people and putting a smile on someone's door.
That's great.
You know, another thing too, Marlene, is that there's a lot of people that sit at home, and I post a lot of what we do on the Facebook site. I know Facebook can be a bit of a nuisance at times, like people don't put positive things up, but we put a lot of things about where we travel and where our shows are, which is a really good advertising. But out of that, people always thank us for putting things up because they're sitting at home and part of our travelling, by watching what we do, they enjoy it. So that's one good thing about Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it is.
It's got its good points and bad points, as everything.